What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I was just going through the This Week in the Crew article, and I noticed something that you may have noticed already. It is Thursday, so this article came out 2 days ago, but it's got a Saturday Grand Race modifier. Now, last Saturday, the modifier was a little bit mixed up. I think they reported the wrong modifier. Everyone thought it was going to be no collisions, and then it ended up being like a main stage or something like that. I don't know. I didn't play. This week's modifier is Italian only. So basically, we're going to be using only Italian cars, and there's a lot of Italian cars in the game. So I decided to go through each of the categories, figure out what the best Italian car was in each one, so that you guys know exactly what cars to use on the Grand Races on Saturday. All right, let's go. There are 90 total vehicles that are Italian in this game. That's a lot to choose from, but each category is a little bit different. Some of them are very easy to decide which ones there are, and some of them are not. So let's go to the Street 1 Italian cars, and here we go. We've got Abarth, we've got Alfa Romeo, Ducati, Ferrari, Lancia, and Maserati. So out of these cars, there's only one car that stands out, and that's the Lancia Stratos HF Stradale. This car is head and shoulders above every other car in this class. I went through and raced this. I tested all of these cars again. The only one that comes anywhere close is maybe the Abarth 124 Spider. Everything else is just way slower. So I highly recommend using the Lancia for this week's Street 1 stuff. I don't even know what race classes are going to be available for this Saturday. There might only be 3 or 4 classes that we get to choose from. So I went through all of the ones that have Italian cars that we can actually choose from, and that way you guys are covered. But you might only end up using like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of these different classes, so keep that in mind. Anyways, for Street 1, it is the Stratos. All right, moving on to Street 2. For Street 2, we've got Alfa Romeo, Ducati, Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Maserati. And of course, because we have Ferrari, obviously the F40 is the choice. Now, we also have Lamborghini, and Lamborghini is good for one thing, and that is top speed. That's the Huracan LP610. That thing is a beast when it comes to highway routes. So F40 for all around, Huracan for highway routes. Next is racing. In the racing category, we have Alfa Romeo, Ducati, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, and Pagani. So that kind of introduces something interesting. We have a Pagani in here, but the Zonda R is just not really that competitive. So on this one, it's going to be the Ferrari 458 Italia GT2, and close second is the 488 GT3 AF Corsa. They're very, very close. They do very well. Both cars are good. These are just, you know, the top of the cars in the class, but I would recommend the 458 over the 488. They're similar. The highway specific route, you're going to go back to Lamborghini, and you want the Gallardo Super Trofeo. So this is the 2013 Gallardo. That's going to be your highway route. This is going to be the best top speed car. If you're looking for an alternative that does okay, I would say the Murcielago is an option. The Murcielago is not as good as the 458, but very controllable, accelerates well, has good NOS power. It's definitely an option. It's going to be viable. The next category is drift. So for drift, there's only a few options. You've got the Ferrari 458 Speciale, or you've got the Lamborghini Aventador or Murcielago. My opinion, the Murcielago feels the best. It's going to be the most controllable. Either that or the Aventador. I mean, it's fine. Either one of them is fine. What you're looking at here is you've got an MR in the 458 Speciale, which is very, very drift heavy, versus the all-wheel drive of the Lamborghini. So I would pick one of the Lamborghinis as your option for drift if the drift category actually comes up. Next up, we got hypercars. So in the hypercar section, we've got the creators options: Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, Pagani. And of course, we've got another Ferrari that is going to be leading the pack, and that's the 488 Pista. The 488 Pista got a really, really nice buff over the last update. It is an absolute beast. Top speed is about 300, a little over 300. It can keep up with pretty much everything. It handles really, really well. This is the only one that I would recommend. There are other cars that are fine. Like everything else in the class is like kind of okay, but the 488 Pista is going to be the top dog. Now, moving into Rally Raid, there's only 2 options. If we do happen to come across a Rally Raid route and we have to use Italian Rally Raid, we are going to be forced to use bikes. We've got the Ducati Hyper Motard, and you've got the Ducati Monster 1200S. The 1200S is the one to go with. It's got a much better top speed, like way better, like almost 10 miles per hour better. That's a lot. So definitely the Ducati Monster 1200S. In slipstream, it's going to be a beast. If you're in this thing, you're going to get left behind in slip. So definitely go with the Ducati Monster 1200. And finally, in the rally department, we've got Abarth, we've got Lancia. That's it. So as for the Lancias, you really only want to look at the S4 or the S4 Hoodlum Racing Edition. A third choice, though, if you want it, I would say the Rally 037. And then you've got the Stratos and the 124. The 124 is pretty slow, and so is the Stratos, so I wouldn't really recommend those. But these three here, any one of these three will work. I recommend the S4, by far the fastest in the class. All right, and that kind of wraps it up. I probably won't do this every single week, but for this week, it seemed necessary since there are so many Italian vehicles in the game. Hopefully this is helpful to you, and if you have any questions, send me a DM on Instagram or Discord. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.